Hello again. Today we're dividing rational expressions, and we're also told to check our answer. Well, I have x squared plus x minus 6 over x squared minus 5x plus 6 divided by 3x plus 9 over x minus 3. Well, we know that the way we divide fractions is to multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. Alright, so what we'll do is we're going to slide that over, and we're going to rewrite this as a multiplication problem where the second fraction is the reciprocal. So that looks like this. We have x squared plus x minus 6 over x squared minus 5x plus 6 times x minus 3 over 3x plus 9. So now what I need to do is I need to factor all of the numerators and denominators, so the tops and bottoms of the fractions. So I'll do that down here. So I'm going to factor the trinomial here and also factor this trinomial. So I'll have two sets of parentheses. I need to figure out what two numbers multiply together to be -6 but add together to be 1, because remember this is plus 1x. Well, I'll put my x in both parentheses, and two numbers that multiply together to be -6 but add together to be +1 are +3 and -2. Now here on the bottom, what two numbers multiply together to be 6 but add together to be -5? Well, if I put my x in each parenthesis, two numbers that multiply together to be 6 but add to be -5 are -3 and -2. And then we'll multiply that by the other fraction. And x minus 3 up here, really can't do anything else with that, so I will leave that as x minus 3. But on the bottom, I have 3x plus 9, and I can factor out a 3. So if I factor a 3 out of both of those terms, it's x plus 3. Now, if you remember anything about cross-canceling, I can look at the top of the first fraction and the bottom of the second fraction, and I see that there is an x plus 3, and I can cancel that with this x plus 3 because one is on the top and one is on the bottom. I also see that I have an x minus 3 on the bottom of this fraction and an x minus 3 on the top of this fraction. I also see that there is an x minus 2 on the top and an x minus 2 on the bottom of this fraction. Notice that there's nothing left on the top of the fractions. So that means that there is 1 left on the top of the fractions. All right? Because of the division, it's resulted in 1. Now notice there's also a 3 on the bottom of the fraction here, so that means the bottom is left with 3. So our answer is 1/3. So that means that if I plug in 1 for a value of x in the original problem, I should get 1/3. So let's check it. So in our original problem, that will look like this. 1 squared plus 1 minus 6 over 1 squared minus 5 times 1 plus 6 divided by 3 times 1 plus 9 over 1 minus 3. Well, if we simplify all that before we divide, that leaves us with 1 squared is 1, plus 1 is 2, 2 minus 6 is -4. Then 1 squared is 1. 1 minus 5 is -4. -4 plus 6 is 2. Divided by, well, 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 9 is 12 over 1 minus 3 is -2. All right, so we're going to multiply the second fraction as a reciprocal. So it'll be -4 over 2 times -2 over 12. Well, if I just multiply straight across, that leaves me with negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8 over 2 times 12 is 24. And I can divide those both by 8 to reduce the fraction, and I'm left with 1/3. So that means that on this one, the answer is 1/3.